Hello you guys, it's Marcia and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing yet another TBR jar picks my reads, and we are going to be picking my reads for March. And I'm really excited to do this, and I am going to try to stick to my TBR this time. I did this video for February, and let's just say that I did not get to any of the books on my TBR except for two, and I don't know what was happening. I think because I read Ruthless Vows and I just kind of started going into a slump because I was like, this book is so good. And it happened when I finished Divine Rivals too. I was just kind of like, I don't want to read any other book. Like, I need to just settle in my feelings. And so I think that's what was happening. But I'm trying to get out of it now. So I really hope that we stick to this TBR for March. Our selection for March, these are all the books that I recently got that have been on my TBR for a long time, or like the first in a series, or like it's all the books I haven't read, but it's also not all the books I haven't read because I still have a whole bunch of books on my shelves that I haven't read. I did not add any new prompts into the jar, so we're still working with the same prompts because I didn't have any other ideas for prompts to go in here, but hopefully I'll find some new ones so we don't have to do the same prompts over and over. But I'm really excited, so we're just gonna jump into this and pick out my March TBR. So for this, I think I'm gonna do 6 prompts, or did I do 7 in the last video? We're just gonna go ahead with the same number. We're gonna do 7. I feel like that's very even and fair. Okay. A book you know nothing about. It's the way I know what all of these books are about because I found them through like TikTok or something, so I know there's like something going on. I think these are the 3 books that I feel like I know nothing about the most. I picked up Shadow and Bone because I really wanted to read Six of Crows, so I had the entire trilogy of the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and then I have Six of Crows and Cricket Kingdom on my shelves because I've been wanting to read it. But I actually know nothing about this like at all. I haven't seen anything about it. I've seen things, but I haven't seen enough to know that much. So I know nothing about this one. I picked this one as a book of the month pick a while back, like when it was like my first ever book of the month pick, and I don't know what it's about anymore. I think they like go on like a writing retreat. I know nothing actually. I was gonna try to explain, but nothing's there. And then the last one, I would definitely say The Way I Used to Be. When I first saw or heard about this one, I got it, but I know nothing about this one, if I'm gonna be really honest. I know it's sad. I'm not really feeling this one, like right off the bat. Like, this one is not screaming like read me. Like, I don't want to read this at all, so definitely not gonna choose this one. So it's between The Way I Used to Be and then Shadow and Bone, and I don't know if I'm ready to jump into the Shadow and Bone trilogy. Like, I don't know. Oh, the words are big. Are the chapters short? Oh, this one's sad. I don't know if I want to be sad or if I want to just jump into a fantasy. There's other fantasies I want to read this month, so I don't want to like burn myself out with fantasies, because I realized after I read like Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, I was kind of like trying to process real life and just trying to get a grip on reality. So I don't know if I want to. Oh my god, wait, do I want to? The way my nails smashed the cover, is that like a sign? This is actually really hard. This is like the hardest decision I've ever had to make. We're gonna go with Shadow and Bone. There are other fantasies I want to read, but I'm thinking about the fact that I really want to read Six of Crows because everybody loves Six of Crows, and I heard that you should read the Shadow and Bone trilogy before you read Six of Crows. So I'm gonna read this one. Moving on. That was actually the hardest decision I've ever had to make in like a long time. Okay. Let's see what we got. Low Star Prediction. Okay. A book you know nothing about? Low Star Prediction? What in the world? No. Oh my god. This is actually so messed up. I've been putting this book off for the longest, okay? And it's not that I originally thought it was gonna be bad, because I saw Steph Brower talking about it and she liked it, so I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna like it, like it's gonna be good. And then I started hearing everybody else's opinions and they were like, like I just didn't like that much, and I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, well, now I don't think it's gonna be good. Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. This is the only low star prediction I have because I've heard, like, obviously it's a YA, and I've really been wanting to get an Ali Hazelwood, so like that's great. But there's not a lot of romance, and there's more just chess talk, and I don't know if that's the vibe. I have no choice. We're reading this one. There's nothing else on here that I think will be a low star prediction, except for the writing retreat, and I don't want to read that one. Like I said, like I already know I'm not gonna want to read it. But this is Ali Hazelwood, and I've been wanting to get into her, so we're just gonna go ahead with Ali. Had to really shake that one up. I need a good one. I already know what this one is. A book you've been putting off. Instead of turning this into books that I've been putting off because like I just don't know if I'm gonna like it or anything like that, we're gonna be doing books for this one specifically. Books that have been like my anticipated releases that I've been putting off because I don't want my heart to be broken. Yeah. I finished Daisy Hates earlier in February, and let's just say I have heard a lot of things about this book being really sad. And this is a thick book, and people were like, it's like you get this much into it and it's sad. So I just have been putting this one off because I'm terrified. I literally just bought Into the Dark, and I just like I want to finish the series. Like I want to hear more about Magnolia and BJ, but it breaks my heart. I would rather not. So I've been putting it off. I would rather just save myself from the heartbreak. And then this new release. You can imagine why I've been putting this one off. You can probably imagine why I've been putting this one off. I have no words for it, honestly. I just know that I'm not ready to cry. I don't want to be a blubbering mess. I really want to read Magnolia Parks, but this one I actually have been putting off since I bought it because I'm literally about to start like tearing up and crying with this one. Just because I need to hear more about Finny and Autumn's just everything, and I heard that there's a new character in here, or not a new character, but a new perspective or something like that. So we're gonna go with this one, and I'm gonna put this book down because holding it makes me very upset. Like I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. We're on prompt number 4 now. This is just it's going okay. I have 2 books that like, girl, I have 2 books that I'm like okay with reading, but like it's gonna hurt. Why are they all so thick? Every time I pull out a piece of paper, it's like, yeah, okay. A book that everyone has read but you. I got this one in my last TBR video, and the book that I picked for this was Fourth Wing, and lo and behold, I still haven't read Fourth Wing yet. Yeah. The way I don't want to choose another fantasy like right now. I don't want to, and I also just don't want to choose the same book that I had in my last TBR, especially with the same prompt. So for this one, we're gonna go with Magnolia Park's Long Way Home because a lot of people have read this. A lot of my mutuals have read this, and like I said, I do have Into Dark on my shelf, and I'm not ready for the heartbreak, but I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. So this is book 4. I'm so happy I only have 2 more prompts after this. You have no idea. Book by an author you love. I was about to say, I don't think there's any book on here. Like, we're gonna have to choose a different prompt. And of course, my favorite thriller authors, I see them right at the same time. Okay, so for this, I have the option of The Teacher by Frida McFadden. I love Frida McFadden. I love this woman. I could probably go off into a tangent about her books, but we're not gonna do that. I really love Frida McFadden books. Like, her thriller books are top tier, and this is her new release called The Teacher, and I have just been dying to read this because I love her books. These are the type of books that help me get out of a slump. They're perfect. Next book I have is The Fury by Alex Michaelis. I never know if I say his last name right, but I like saying it because it sounds so fun to say. And I fell in love with his writing after I read The Silent Patient. I think I finished The Silent Patient in like one day. So I definitely have been wanting to pick this up. And when I got this book, if you guys probably saw it in my last video, I'm really excited to read this. So this is hard. They're both thrillers. If they were like separate genres, I feel like it'd be easier to choose. I think I'm gonna go with The Fury, just because, like I said, Frida McFadden helps me get out of slumps, and I feel like if I ever like jump into a slump, yeah, I can pick up one of her books on my Kindle, but if I have like the physical copy, I just pick it up and read it. Very easy. Okay, we're down to the last two. This experience has been an experience, to say the least. Another thick piece of paper. I don't know what it is with me and picking up thick pieces of paper. A book with a person on the cover. I just moved the camera. I don't know if I'm in the same angle or not. Okay, so the prompt was a book with a person on the cover, and I have 3 options for this. We have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and there's a bunch of people on this cover. We have The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and there's like a little guy and a girl on it. And then we have First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston, which has a person right here in the doorway if you couldn't see. I want to pick another thriller. I'm not in a thriller mood. I only picked The Fury because I want to read that book so bad. That's the only thriller I'm in a mood for. This is a hard decision. I feel like everyone who's read this book, everyone loves Lynn Painter's writing. I hear a lot of things about Liz and Wes. These are both books that people love that I've been wanting to get to. We're gonna go with Better Than the Movies, just because I want to hear Liz and Wes's story. And I read a book, you guys will see in my wrap up, but I read a book by Ashley Poston, and I didn't like it. Like, it wasn't my favorite. So I'm like kind of scared to start this because I don't want to not like this book because everyone likes this book, and I just don't want to be that one person that's like, yeah, like, no, it was terrible. I want to like this book so bad. So I'm just gonna sit her back. We are on our last prompt, and I do not want to shake up this jar and choose a prompt because there's like 3 books that I want to be on my TBR that I probably won't all get to in the month of March, but I really want to read, and I want one of them to be chosen. This is very... oh. This one flew out. Should I just go with this one? Was this a sign? Recent purchase. Yes! Oh my god! Let me keep my composure. This is so great. I'm actually happy that this one fell out, and we're just gonna go with this one. Because I have a recent purchase. Yet again, I saw Steph reading, and she loved it. So I really want to read it. I've been wanting to read it so bad. The Serpent in the Wings of the Night. I have been wanting to read this so bad. Ever since I saw Steph talking about it, I have just been wanting to read it. And I am getting into my fantasy romantasy era. It just looks good. Everyone, oh my god. Thank the book gods, because you guys just knew. You knew what to do. You know what you were doing when it fell out the jar. You knew what you were up to. I am so excited. Okay, guys, I'm now going to give you the rundown of every book that is on my March TBR. I think this is a pretty good TBR. It's not my favorite. There's a lot of books on here that I do want to read, but at the same time, there's some books on here that I'm like, I don't know if I'm actually going to get to those, which I just said I want to stick to it as much as I can, but we're going to try our best with this. I'm just not too sure about how I feel about some of these books currently right now, so we'll definitely see. There's a lot of hopefuls on here, so I really hope that these are really good books and I can get out of this slump and stick to the CBR, because there's a lot of books on here that I feel like I've been wanting to read, but I've just been like, I'm not feeling you right now, you know? So hopefully in the month of March, I get in a little groove and I want to read these books, because these are, I just feel like this is a really good TBR to some aspect. Starting off with the first book, we have Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo. You guys know I'm not good with names. Don't look at me like that. I know nothing about this one, and that was the TBR prompt that I chose for it. So I'm gonna go into this book blind. I'm really excited because, like I said, I've really been wanting to get into the Six of Crows and all of that, and yeah, so I'm really excited to read this one. I hope it's good. That's all I can say. I just hope this book is good. Next book is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I'm not too sure if I'm ever gonna get to this book yet, just because, like I said, I have taken other people's perception of this book and put it into my own viewpoint, and I just think I'm not gonna like this at all, and it makes me not want to read the book because I'd rather not be hit with major disappointment knowing that I did not like the book in the first place. There's not a lot of romance on here, so I just don't know how I'm gonna feel, but we're gonna give it a try. This next book is very dear to my heart, and that is If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan. I think, oh my god, it's like the waterworks just won't stop when it comes to this book. I'm literally tearing up yet again. Oh my god. Oh, hold on. Where were we? Was I still talking about this book? I have no words. I'm really excited to start this. I don't want to cry, but I already know I am. And I have nothing more to say about this book because I can't hold it without... I literally cannot hold this book without wanting to start, like, crying. Moving on. Yet another book that's gonna break my heart. Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. I have seen and heard so many things about this book. I haven't even read these books yet, and I'm over here like about to like start bawling my eyes out. I'm really excited to start this. I'm really excited to see how things are for Magnolia and BJ, and just to jump back into this world in Magnolia and BJ's point of view, because I think this is like my favorite point of view so far. Next book I have is The Fury by Alex Michaelis. Like I said, he wrote The Silent Patient. I loved it, so I'm really excited to see how he does this book. I know a lot of people did not actually like this book. I've seen a few people being like it's not that good, but a lot of people said The Silent Patient wasn't that good, so I'll be the judge. I will be the judge if this book is good, and I just have a feeling it is. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to start this, and I can't wait to give my thoughts on this, because my thoughts on thrillers and everything in the sense is always, I don't know. I always feel like I know what's gonna happen. I just feel like I have like a psychic sense with these type of books. So I'm really excited to start this. Next book we have is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I don't know if I am gonna get to this because I just have not been in a romance mood, and I don't think I will be in a romance mood anytime soon. So this might still be sitting here, but if I ever need like a light fluffy romance in between these fantasies. This book that I have on my TBR is a book that I'm so excited for. I recently just got this, and I hear nothing but good things about it, so I just can't wait to start it. And that is The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent. Yeah, by her. This is a romantasy, I believe. And I think there's like vampires in here. I don't know. I'm not too sure I don't know anything about what's happening in here. I just know it's a romantasy and that it's really good. So that's what I have on this book. Okay, you guys, that is my TBR for March. I'm really excited to get into it and to read these books. Hopefully I do stick to it this time, because not sticking to it for February was absolutely terrible because I really wanted to do it. I had video ideas and I just wasn't able to get them out because I didn't read the books on my TBR. So hopefully March is filled with more fun book videos that I can get out for you, and yeah, I'm really excited. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.